The controversial self-styled Syrian rescue group, the White Helmets, drew focus at a closed United Nations meeting on Thursday. Diplomats are said to be divided over the group's possible removal from post-war Syria. Well, the White Helmets have been accused of links to extremists and working alongside the al-Nusra terrorist group. They deny the claims, insisting they're instead a civil rescue group. An associate editor from the news site 21stCenturyWire.com visited the group's headquarters in Syria. Vanessa Beeley will lay out in full what she found on Saturday's edition of Going Underground here in RT. For now, here's a snippet.
We entered a functioning White Helmet Centre. Now, what was interesting is the presumption by those White Helmets was that because I was British, I was sympathetic to their cause. So the conversation immediately turned to their funding, the fact that Mayday Rescue and Raid Saleh, the head of the White Helmets, had turned off the funding to this group in the last 6 months. Funding previously, by the way, that each individual working for the White Helmets received $150 a month. That information was given to me. The White Helmets who left with the special expedition led by Israel and crossed through the Kunatra security fence into the occupied Syrian territory of the Golan Heights, so into Israeli occupied territory, and then on to Jordan. Of those, what I was told, around 50% were actually terrorist leaders, Nusra Front leaders, and ISIS fighters coming in from the Yarmouk Basin. Of those, of course, some have been resettled now in the UK. There is huge secrecy over those that have entered the UK and where they are being resettled. They told me that while they were not affiliated to Nusra Front, despite the fact that their centre was actually in a Nusra Front complex, the Nusra Front headquarters were directly next door to the White Helmet Centre that I visited. They told us that while they had no affiliation to Nusra Front, it was very likely that every other White Helmet group in Syria did have affiliation to Nusra Front, were led by Nusra Front militants. But of course, they had no affiliation, and as such, they should be considered for funding and financing by the British government.